intuitive business and success coach, and I welcome you to this video tip. This is a video tip about the number one thing that is probably blocking you if you are an entrepreneur, and that is implementation. So I want you to think about how many programs or information products have you listened to, how many trainings have you been a part of, and you've not taken the time to implement the wisdom that you took into your body, mind, and soul. And this is probably the biggest problem that I have heard about from my clients, from colleagues, and just in general from the entrepreneurial community. And it's a topic that I'm very passionate about, healing. And I believe that it is important to take a look at this under a microscope to a certain degree, because this is what's holding you back in pretty much every area of your life. And it's holding you back from the success that you are saying you wanted to create, what you want to manifest. If you want to make more money, if you want to have more clients, a lot of times it comes back to this one thing of implementing. So if you've been part of a bunch of programs and you have listened to different information products and gotten different training and you're not seeing change, one way this can show up is as mental information clutter. So if you're just taking in information and you're not even doing anything with it or expressing it or sharing it in some way and kind of cultivating it into your own form and sharing it with others so that they can benefit too, that is a block. That is mental clutter. So we can have physical clutter that we need to clear out, but a lot of times people have mental clutter that they're not even aware of. So you could have information overload, and that's when you take in so many different things, but you're then not putting it into form. Another way that this can show up is that you have all of these amazing ideas that are coming to you and you're inspired and you're feeling excited, but you never take action. You never take that inspired action to get that project to the next level. And another way this can show up is that you have a multitude of things that you are working on and you have been working on, and they have not come into fruition, meaning you haven't put them into form and done anything with them. They're kind of sitting on your to-do list, so there can be clutter on your to-do list. So I want to share a couple of tips with you today about how to move from taking in inspiring information and putting it into implementing it and being productive. So the goal as an entrepreneur is to be more productive in a faster amount of time so that you can play and have fun and enjoy yourself and do the things that you really desire in your heart and have a balance going on. You don't want to just be slaving away in your office from morning till night and doing all of the work yourself and never making the money to hire the team that you need in order to support yourself. So there's a lot of components involved there. So if you find that you are trying to create a successful business and you are spending more than 30 to 40 hours in your office, something is not aligned. So maybe some of these tips are going to help you. So I'm really excited to share them with you. Step number one is you have to get clear about your mission. What is your big why? What is your big why overall? But also for each project, what is your mission within that project? Imagine the clarity that you will bring forth when you write out a mission that you have for a particular program that you're going to be running, or a particular book that you might be writing, or a product that you're creating, a teleseminar that you're offering. Each individual project has to have its own mission statement. So you have your big why, which is sometimes humongous. I know my big why is absolutely huge, and I haven't even begun to embody it in a major way at this point. But women's empowerment and women's leadership speaks to the biggest part of who I am. And so there are pieces and facets of that are in the things that I do, but I have to break my why down. So most of you know that I am a big proponent and a big advocate for having a big why for your money, for your goals, for everything. that you do. And I've never really talked about breaking the big why down into littler whys and littler mission statements. So what is your big why for doing one program that you're doing? I have a meditation CD that I'm working on, and the big why that I have for it is that I was inspired to share, and I really want to help people heal their money story and step into their dreams and desires and experience the true potential and the true dreams and desires of their hearts, and not wait any longer. There's no need to wait any longer. You can create, and you deserve to have this now. So one other tip I'm going to share before we wrap up for today is that you need to have support around you. You will become the equivalent of the 5 people that you are most close with. Think about your colleagues. Who are you collaborating with? Who are you masterminding with? Who are your coaches and what are they up to? You know, my coach is in Arizona this week filming a special for PBS, so I'm really excited about that. And are they inspiring you? Are they asking for you within your soul to really stretch and become more of who you are meant to be and show up in the world and how you're meant to serve in the world as well? So if the people around you aren't helping you to get things done and supporting you in the implementation of the different things that you're learning about and create your goals and dreams and desires into reality, you have a problem. So it doesn't mean that you just stop talking to them, certainly, but really think about who are you being? Because something that's been very interesting for me as I've evolved in my business is the kinds of people that continue to show up and reach out to me in my life are, very successful, very driven, very inspiring. They have big projects that they're working on. They're creating big success, and they're creating, wonderful money coming in and sharing it with others. They're generous, they're heart-centered and loving. And so I just really want you to take a look at that. And I have just been delighted and inspired and surprised and humbled and grateful for the people that have been showing up in my life over probably the past 7 or 8 months. And it's because of who I am vibrationally. Who am I choosing to be? Because that will attract the kinds of people that are showing up in my life. So pay attention to that as well. So are you being that inspiring, successful person to want to attract clients into your life that are also inspiring and successful? My clients inspire me every day. I'm just excited about their big leaps and their successes that they're having. So really think about who are you being and who are you surrounding yourself with, and if there needs to be some cleanup duty in the area of mental clutter and also people supporting you clutter. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video tip on implementing the information and the inspiration that you take in to put it forth in the world and to show up as a bigger leader in the world, sharing from your authentic self. Have a great rest of the day, everyone, and remember to check out my website at RebeccaMathias.com.